Yoshi, from Sidekick to Star. The Mario universe features some of the most iconic characters in gaming, including Yoshi, Mario's green dinosaur buddy. Yoshi began his gaming career as a companion to Mario in Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. The game was a commercial and critical darling, thanks in no small part to Yoshi, who added variety to the gameplay. This popularity helped launch a line of Yoshi games that ran adjacent to Nintendo's Mario line, starting with
60 more levels, massive enemies, huge Yoshi tricks. Super Mario World 2, only on the Super NES.
The sequel to Super Mario World saw Yoshi helping Baby Mario save Baby Luigi. Beautiful graphics and tight gameplay made Yoshi's Island a critical darling. It is still considered one of the best Nintendo games of all time.
Yoshi's loose with juicier levels, tastier moves, and dripping with attitude. Yoshi's Story, for the first time on N64.
I think you're getting the hang of it.
Whether or not this title was meant to be a canonical sequel to Yoshi's Island is still unclear. Still, the follow-up featured similar platforming gameplay and a juvenile art style that you either loved or hated. Critics were torn here. At best, it preserved some of what made Yoshi's Island great, and at worst, it proved a bit too easy for seasoned gamers. The title was clearly aimed at a younger crowd.
地球には引力というものがあります。引力、引力、引力、引力。ね。
Nintendo turned standard Yoshi side-scrolling elements on its side here. Literally. The cartridge for TOPSY contained a gyroscope that allowed gamers to manipulate levels by tilting their handheld devices. This one was met by underwhelmed critics who found the gyrocentric gameplay gimmicky. Kudos for trying, though. Another year, another Yoshi experience that strayed a bit further than gamers wanted. This one went back to the classic Yoshi Baby Mario dynamic, but gamers could only interact with the characters through the Nintendo DS touchscreen. Critics were kinder to Touch and Go than Topsy-Turvy, but it still lacked a genuine side-scrolling feel.
Yoshi tackles a big new adventure with the help of some little friends. It's Yoshi's Island DS, only on Nintendo DS.
It took 11 years, but gamers finally got the Yoshi's Island sequel they wanted. Yoshi's Island DS played identical to its SNES predecessor, with some welcomed modern flourishes. Awesome gameplay, level design, and production value endeared it to critics and fans alike. Proof that sometimes Nintendo just needs to stay out of its own way.
Only Yoshi can turn enemies into mega egg dozers to crash through levels with destructive force.
Chronologically, the events of New Island fall between Yoshi's Island and Yoshi's Island DS. That said, New Island was not the best encapsulation of Yoshi gameplay we've seen, thanks to 3D rendered graphics that were more Donkey Kong than Yoshi. Art direction aside though, this was a worthy entry into the catalog from a gameplay perspective.
Yoshi's Woolly World's brand new Yarn Yoshi. Spring Yoshi, fling Yoshi, tie the boss in string Yoshi.
Visually, Woolly World was a treat, reimagining Yoshi and his friends as being made of yarn and other craft materials. Gameplay was fun, but not as inventive. As is a common refrain in Yoshi games, the ease of play irked older gamers. Still, it had enough charm in its own right to stand out as one of the Wii U's and later 3DS's better titles.